Here are the 6 main buttons for teachers to use. This is the edit button, so you can edit anything that is below. Share, you can share a link with a teacher or student. You can add it to your class or just a general folder. This is basic information on the study set. Here's where you can track your students' progress if you have the Quizlet Pro teacher account. And here are some other options. On a desktop computer, you have 8 games available. On the mobile devices, you have 6 games available. Just slide down lower. These are the flashcards that I have made, and students have the same view, so they can star the ones that they need practice on more. You can listen to them.
Username, CWC. Username, CWC.
And here is the edit button. So I'm going to briefly go over the 8 types of activities. So Learn is an adaptive activity. Students study a small amount of cards within the study set, and when they master that set, then they go to the next set. Options is a very important tool if you want them to study the term or the definition or both, and you can select, or the student can select what types of questions they want to study. You can turn the audio on or off, and then always click start over if you would like to change anything. The next activity is flashcards. One step that many students miss is that they need to press the space or click the card to flip it, and they can listen to the word, go to the next.
Use your Gmail account to log into an application.
They can play the set from the very beginning. They can shuffle the set, or they can change the options. Next is writing. So they just need to type the answer. If they don't know, they can click don't know. It will give the answer, and you can type the answer. You can turn audio on or off, and other options. Next is spelling.
Technology help sheet.
So this is more of a listening activity. They can repeat by clicking the
Technology help sheet.
the sound symbol, and they have 2 chances to get it correct.
Technology help sheet. SHEET. Technology help sheet.
Okay. If you are tracking student progress on the test, I'd highly recommend making sure the students have the correct options selected if you want them to practice all types of questions, and if you want them to practice the term or the definition. There is a question limit, so if you have, I wouldn't recommend making a set more than 20, but maybe you want them just to practice 10 out of 20 questions, you can change that as well. You can also print the test. This is match. Students match the term with the definition. Click, drag, and drop, and it disappears. On the mobile devices, it's in a grid form, and they click on 2 cards, and if they're selected correctly, then they'll disappear. The next activity is gravity. Generally, you want students to practice the terms in this column. So students can practice all the cards or just the starred cards. They can answer with the term, definition, or go back and forth. And I'm going to select difficulty of hard so it goes faster for the moment. So there'll be something falling from the sky and the student has to type the term. Ta-da! And then live is the classroom competition game. You split the classroom into teams and one person in each team has the correct answer. One final aspect to look at with different apps that your students use and create accounts in is the settings. So here are the settings in Quizlet. So it'll be a little different with the student account, but they can select an image or upload a photo from their device. Make sure they're on a student account. Make sure they're practicing English. So this should be the main format of the app. Otherwise, they might be just learning their own language. They can do single sign-in with Facebook or Google. Update their email if they're not using Google or Facebook. Change their password. I believe when they make or create an account with Quizlet, they generally make a username. So here's where they can change it if it looks nothing like their name and you really want people's usernames to look like their real names. And then there's other aspects of the settings. And that is it.